Hi,
Hi, Loretta.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Are you getting a lot of sun on your face or is that makeup?
No, that's just like me. Like, yeah, I'm just like I'm outside, but also I actually got terrible. No, it's not makeup. It's. I mean, I have like mascara on, but and lip gloss, but in 2014, I got like really bad sun poisoning. Like terrible. Like, got like, hi, how are you? Lost like skin on my nose. It was awful. I drive a Jeep Wrangler.
Uh-huh.
And when I was training that summer, I had braids in, like double braids, and then down the side. And I like seriously had my top off the whole summer. And then we went on a trip on a boat, and I got terrible sun poisoning. So ever since then, like I wear 100 sunblock. I have a huge bucket hat. I have a long sleeve, 100 SPF shirt. If you saw me in a walk, I'm not joking you. I'm like covered like head to toe. And this is how much sun I get. Isn't that crazy? It's kind
I
of
know.
scary, actually.
Wow.
My skin is like that too.
It's awful. Like, and so I have to stay like, I don't even go in the sun. Like it rips apart like my, like it rips apart. You'll see me a lot of times Band-Aids. Like I rips apart my skin. Like I literally will rip apart. It's awful. Like it's really not fun.
Uh-huh.
But I could have worse problems. That's what I tell myself all the time. And I'm like not even kidding you. I went to the beach with my cousin with a parasol even. I had a parasol, was the only umbrella from a flea market. I had a peach parasol, a bucket hat, a long sleeve shirt. I mean, it was hysterical.
I know.
I had to be a sight for sore eyes.
Uh-huh.
Wait, is this Tammy coming in? If this is Tammy coming in, I can't even imagine. If this is Tammy coming in, I'm gonna like scream. Hi, Tammy. Yay, I'm so happy. It's a new Tammy coming in too. Yay.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Trees, welcome. I get really excited when new people come to class. You haven't been here before, right, Tammy? Yay. Party in the house. Welcome to Lengthen and Strengthen. I'm Anna Marie. Welcome. Hi, Mark.
Hi, do you get excited when the guys come in too?
And Mark, I'm excited every class that you attend. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome. But I'm not kidding. I really am.
I'm ready.
You guys keep coming. You keep coming, and then we keep doing this. So it works out well for me. I like it.
I don't know that you need a chair.
I had a lot of good feedback this last week from people. So it's been really awesome. I'm so glad that this is like working for people and you guys are feeling better and getting movement during the day. So thank you for joining me. All right. We really just need, for the most part, it's a lot of floor work. So your mat and a foam roller, if you have one, you don't have to use it if you don't. And also the yoga strap we'll probably use for a little bit. We're going to do a lot of moves, just a lot of strengthening and lengthening stretches. If you can have a couch near you or a wall, we are going to do a pretty massive stretch, that one wall stretch, we call it, or couch stretch for our hips. Tammy, if you're welcome to class and have you been before, it's just a lot of lengthening moves. So we might do some stuff that seems like it's more like strengthening stuff, but it's also going to be more like lengthening the body. At other times it seems a little bit like yoga, but we won't stay in like a pose or go through like an entire yoga flow, I should say. Certain things will be familiar if it's a yoga class or maybe even a Pilates class. It's a mixture of just about anything.
Sounds good. I've taken both actually.
Awesome. So you'll follow right along then.
Well, we got a show up in class.
I love it. I love it. Thanks for coming off mute, Tammy. That's awesome. So I'm Anna Marie. I am a group fitness instructor there and also a personal trainer at FitRec. So it's exciting and I love to be here and I love that I can do Zoom from here because I have 4 kids home with e-learning. So this is a blessing to me as much as it is, I hope, for you. So on that note, I'm going to do a forewarning from now on that I can't promise if all of a sudden somebody starts like hearing like a choir music in the background. My daughter's in the garage singing for choir. One's upstairs doing gym. So I've got really pretty good like focus and they're really awesome kids. But if all of a sudden you hear somebody just singing, all of a sudden just go with it. Just keep stretching. But they know to like stay as quiet as possible. All right, I'm gonna put you all on mute and then meet me on the mat, please. We are gonna start in a child's pose position. So if you're not familiar with that, I'll show that in a second. Otherwise, meet me on the mat in a child's pose, please. All right, you should be able to hear me. Thumbs up if you can hear me still after I muted you all. Okay, great. I just always like to make sure. All right, so please come down to the mat, meet me on that mat in a child's pose position. I'm gonna come down. You wanna safely get down, bend the knees, come down to the ground. Spread the knees as wide as the mat, bring the big toes together. Shift your weight towards the back of the hips, bring your chest close to the ground, head coming close to the ground, allowing your arms to kind of just come in front of you. You can have an active child's pose, so if you wanna have your fingertips up a little bit or kind of push through the fingertips a little bit, engage them. We're at the beginning of class, so it's not yet restorative, right? So we're kind of just starting to stretch ourselves out. Bring your head, forehead right towards the mat. Please trust my voice. If I bring my head on and off, or if you hear my voice kind of going in and out a little bit more, that's just because I want to make sure I'm projecting my voice. So for those of you that are been here a while, you know that about me, but I just want to make sure people get used to that. So keep that forehead down on the ground, right on that mat. If you want to, please just give yourself a little massage, rubbing side to side with the forehead. We're going to take 3 inhales in through the nose and out through the mouth at your timing and your pace. And on that third and final one, please start to walk the hands to one side of the mat for a side body stretch. If at any time you need a break from this, you can come up to a tabletop position off the knees. A nice big inhale in and exhale. Slowly walk it back to the center, towards the other side. Eye gaze again towards the mat. Tuck that chin to chest, forehead to the mat. Settle in. We're going to build each time, class by class, flexibility, strength, lengthening, mobility. And can walk to the center and hold. Feel that active stretch in the feet, on the top of your feet, kind of getting a nice stretch to the top of the foot. The tendons that run along the front at the shin. We're going to slowly in 3, 2, 1, lift ourselves to the forearms. Shift our weight to the forearms. Walk your knees in. And now we're going to walk our knees back for more like a puppy pose. You're going to tuck your toes under and slowly push your hips back again, letting your forearms stay on the ground, pushing the butt or bottom up towards the ceiling, and slowly, if it's in your place today, allowing your head to come close to the mat. If not, you can stay right here, pushing that bottom, kind of wagging your tail side to side. So let's kind of just move our hips side to side, back and forth. This time, make sure those toes are tucked if possible, kind of getting a stretch to the bottom of the foot. And if you want, you can have that head rest upon the mat, going side to side. And in 3, 2, 1, we're gonna slowly bring it back to the forearm, follow through all the way to the belly. For Sphinx pose, tuck those feet under so those toes lie flat, and slowly lift your upper body towards me, pushing through the forearms. Feel this through the back, maybe the lower back. Take the eye gaze to the floor so you feel that all the way, that stretch. Tuck that chin to chest through the neck. And slowly release down to the ground. We're gonna bring our hands right towards elbows, right towards the side. Bring those hands back towards the chest. Tuck those feet in, and if you want, you can come up to either downward dog if you can follow all the way through, or a tabletop position. If you can, though, meet me in downward dog. Let's pedal it out. Getting a nice stretch through the hamstrings and the calves. Pedal out one at a time. And then I want us to find some stillness, and we're gonna hold here for 30 seconds. So please let your upper arm rotate outward towards the front, claw through the fingertips. Let your chest fall, head fall, and hold safely with your shoulders, safely with your hands. And breathe. Now the next inhale in, we're gonna walk towards the mat, towards the front. One little bit baby step at a time. Bring those feet together, forward fold and hold. And now we're gonna lengthen a little bit. So what I would like you to do, please, is to walk heel toe yourself out. If this does not bother you and you keep your head down towards the ground, please allow yourself to sway side to side. An option would be you can stand up a little bit further and kind of come to this, where a little bit where your head is above your heart. So this is an option. Otherwise, allow yourself to fall all the way, creating all the length in the spine and in the neck. Nobody's watching, just go side to side. And in 3, in and 2, everyone hold, please. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, all the way to the top, and come back down to the floor. Have a seat on the ground, please. Rest down on the ground. We're gonna come to the front. If you want to put one leg in front of the other, you can. Otherwise, you can do a cross-leg position to start. Have our hands to the side. And we're just gonna slowly do a nice twist as we inhale in and exhale. Just a slight twist, please don't push anything too far. And we're gonna start to look over that neck, towards the back shoulder, towards the back of the room. And on the inhale in and on the exhale, back to center. Inhale in and exhale to the other side. And on the inhale, bringing it, exhale back to the center. We're gonna try this again, but watch what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do a little slight rotation in the spine, nice and easy. Start to gently lift the arms off the ground and allow them to kind of rotate back and forth with you in a gentle, light movement. Kind of like you're dancing, swaying side to side. To allow the elbows to bend, open. Allow for that little bit of rotation in the spine in 3, and for 2, and for 1, center. Let's bring our feet towards the front, So what we're gonna do is bring one foot in. We're gonna do our nice big massive hip stretch. We're gonna open to like a lotus position. So if you're familiar with that, you're gonna stack a foot on top, bring this foot out towards the front. This will become less and less the more flexible you are, right? So we know that. We can walk this foot out, get yourself set up. We're here for about 30 seconds, just getting this set up. You have your sit bones on the ground. Your shoulders are back and down. Zip up through the top, right like a puppet. Okay, like there's a puppet string pulling you up. Shoulders are back and down. Brace that core. And we're just gonna hold here and breathe. I'd like you to close your eyes and I'd like you to concentrate on this stretch for the next 30 seconds. Where do you feel tightening? Is it in your mouth, your jaw? Is it in this hip flexor? Is it in your toes? Keep our eyes closed, pay attention to where we feel that tightness. And on the inhale, I want you to release that part. Trust yourself enough when you open your eyes to bring your hands together at the heart. And lift all the way out towards the side, allowing for length in the side, arms all the way out, fingertips. Please rotate them towards the back, squeezing between the shoulder blades, and then rotate towards the front, rotate towards the back. So front and back, and front and back. Any problems with the elbows? Bigger elbow bend, but try to avoid locking out the joints. Try to have like a little micro bend. Now palms up, palms down. And you might not be able to get all the way down, but try to just really rotate those wrists. So more like the follow through with the wrist. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Shake it out and release all the way down. Now watch, we're gonna shake it all the way up, and then we're gonna shake it all the way down. I never said we weren't silly. But listen, in this movement, like little noodles, right? We're creating a lot of space and a lot of length. All the way up and all the way down. So lots of have the brain think about all that movement, right? You don't even remember that your leg is in this great stretch. You take it out to the side. Let those muscles move, you know, like tennis elbow. Let those muscles move around that elbow. Let those muscles move around the shoulder. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Now, you might feel silly, but you cannot admit that that feels good. So that's the important part. Take a nice inhale in, and we're gonna slowly tip forward from the hips and come down, and all of a sudden you feel a little bit more of a stretch as you reach your fingertips towards me. Tuck your chin to chest, let your chest fall into your leg, and hold. Keep those sit bones on the ground. Try to keep those sit bones in that bottom right on the ground, grounded in. Build this strength in. Where can you be if you want a modification? Right here. Where can you be if you want another modification? Sitting up. Most important thing is the breath. Each one will help you to get a little bit lower and a little bit deeper into this deep, deep, deep stretching. It's deep tissue stretching. For 3, for 2, and on the release, walk your hands back up. Safely grab a hold of the shin and the thigh, bring that leg to the ground and shake it out. Oh, wow, that's like massive, huh? That feels good. All right, let's take, if you want to sip of water, go ahead. We're gonna go to the other leg. I like to explain between foam rolling and these kind of deep stretches, you should feel a little bit like you're getting a self massage. So if you're thirsty, that is extremely normal. Bring this foot in. This time we're going to stack up on top of this leg and walk. I think I just did that. Oops. Oh, sometimes the other leg. That's because this one's harder for me. So now I have to put myself in this position. It's a lot tighter on this side. Do you like how I naturally went to the side that was easier? We do that at times. So get yourself set up. We have 30 seconds. Stack that foot on top, like in the lotus position. Remember, this will become less and less the more flexible you are. Sit bones in the ground, zip yourself up and hold. Hands to the side. This time we're going to push and pull. Push, pull. But instead of just taking a hand like that, right? Let's try to rotate through the upper back. So pull the elbow back. There we go. Do you see the difference? Squeezing the upper back and squeezing the elbow into the ground, towards the ground, into your body. So you're not just kind of like pushing your arms out, right? We're kind of making a purpose and an intention with the press. Now pull, and it's the same thing. You're gonna reach and pull, reach and pull. Lengthen the arms, allow the extension through the elbow, all the way through. So let one move come all the way through the floor, all the way through, all the way through. There you go. Much better. The hip might want to kind of come up. On my side, I know that on this one side it's a little bit tighter. So make sure we're paying attention to our sit bones staying on the ground, not staying centered. Wonderful. And now hold. Let's take and kind of sway our arms side to side, allowing for upper back mobility and length in the stretch. So kind of try to go side. I feel like we're in a hula. I feel like we're like hula dancing. So now we're going to kind of go side to side with our body. One side to the other side. Do you feel that in those hips? You should. Lean just a little bit with that torso. So move that torso side to side, almost like you're hula hooping, but it's staying front. You're staying to the front with me. Look, I'm not rotating my actual body. I'm actually just going side to side with my upper rib cage. There you go. For 3, for 2, you have to get a little slower to get this move down possibly, and 1, and hold. All right, reach out in front. I'm gonna reach down, crawl towards the ground. Allow that chin again to fall to the chest. Tuck that head and hold. One nice inhale in. Last time. And in the exhale, walk yourself back up safely. Take this leg down, rest it on the ground. Take those legs in front of you, please, and shake out the knees. Get a sip of water if you need it. For any of you that do have a foam roller, we are going to do our calves today, so please grab a hold of that foam roller. If you don't, you can use your fingertips and or your palm and or your fist to give yourself a little bit of self-massage down on the feet and in this whole part of the calf. So first we're going to start with the lower part of the calf. If you want level 1, you can just roll this back and forth. Level 2, you can cross over and roll back and forth. And level 3, you can lift yourself up. I have somebody coming into class, so I am gonna let her in. Welcome to class, Cheryl. All right, so we're gonna come down onto the ground with this foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller, that is perfectly fine. All you're gonna do is you're gonna move towards the one calf, and you would use your fingertips and thumbs to kind of walk yourself up, all the way up, dig into that connective tissue, right? That's the fascia we're trying to break up. Make sure, stay away and avoid injury, create awesome blood circulation. So you do the same kind of thing and the same movement patterns, just with your fingertips or even the whole entire knuckles or the palm. We're coming from this area up into this area, but we're just avoiding the joints, okay? So that's up to you. Level 3 would be if you do have a foam roller, just so you guys know, you would cross over. If you can invest in one, it's a great, great, great idea. You're gonna roll forward and back. Would not hurt to get one. You would be amazed at what it does for you guys. Seen a lot of them on Amazon too. Rolling side to side. Otherwise, I just want you to do normal self massage. This just kind of takes the intensity level up a little bit. That's all. It's the only difference. Same thing you're doing. Allow yourself to find a spot. If it's tight, breathe into that spot. You'll find them if you have them. They're going to be like little, kind of like balls. You're going to feel like a little like knot. Take a deep breath in and let it release. Melt into wherever you are, whether it's your fingertips or a foam roller. Go to the other leg. Make sure you're getting that Achilles tendon all the way down. Spend about 5 minutes or so just on our calves. This part of the leg takes a big, big, big weight of like the body and the feet. I mean, these are the two main things that are like getting us to do a lot of stuff. So I like to take a lot of care, good self-care on this part. If it gets really tight and you kind of are finding yourself where your feet are kind of aching or they're tight in your tennis shoe, I love that Mark's moving his ankles around. That's awesome. Ankle mobility, huge when it comes to avoiding injury and causing yourself to be able to do more. Give you about another 30 seconds wherever you are, so please don't rush it. It's one of those things where you're like, kind of boring. Well, oh well. We need it. The stuff that's kind of boring, right, is the stuff we need more. All right, let's release that. So you'll feel a little bit of release in the calf. We spend some time on them. Come into a cobbler's pose piece. You're gonna bring your feet together. Hips are wide. Sitting on the sit bones. Start to run just for about 10 seconds, your thumb through the bottom of that foot, up and down, while you're opening up those hips. Right at the heels. And now hold on to either the ankles if you want. You can relax here, going side to side. Now sit up tall, please. We're gonna use our elbows if you want to press our hips open through using our elbows lightly, like right on the thigh. For 3, for 2, 1, and slowly release, holding and breathing, release. Bring them in, and then we're gonna slowly go back out wherever you feel comfortable. It's getting your knees as close to the mat and as close to the floor as possible, while maintaining good posture. For 3, for 2, for 1. One more little big stretch up. And this time, please, use those inner thighs. Use that inner thigh to get your knees close to the ground, sitting up tall, however you've got to do it. Release. All right. Take a break from that. We're going to come into our 90-90 position. So this foot comes in front, foot is active. We have this foot back. So you're kind of making almost like the number 4 with the front leg. We take our hips and rotate them towards the camera. This leg is here towards the back, so you can see it. Knee, ankle, toes are active. These toes are active. We take our body towards the camera or towards me, lift those arms up, and we're gonna tip forward from the hip for a nice big hip opener again, but this time, the deeper you can come into the stretch, come all the way down to the ground. After this move, we're gonna do a little bit of standing stuff, wide leg standing stuff. So really get the most out of this as you can. Take some nice deep breaths in and out. Walking the hands forward if you want. We're actively staying up at the side. Pushing through that hip, active feet. A little bit of like kind of wiggle those toes a little bit. And slowly walk yourself back up to center. We're gonna shift and go to the other leg, bring this leg forward, shift to the other side. Press this leg forward, parallel to you. This leg is shooting out off. Active feet, everything's in line, 90-90. Again, we're gonna shift ourselves forward, lift up the arms, and we're gonna slowly lower ourselves down towards the ground, keeping your feet active, please. One arm is on one side of the foot if possible, and one is on the other side of the knee. You're shifting your body towards the center, bringing your knee and chest eventually somewhat together by that chin. Just really, really, really kind of getting as close as you can, creating no space in between, slowly but surely. And on the count 3, 2, 1, we're gonna slowly walk ourselves back up. Safely lift this leg up and come to the front. Wonderful. All right, I'm gonna move the camera a little bit so you can see the top of me. If you wanna go side to side with the mat, you can. I am gonna move mine side to side so you can see me better. Bend your knees when you're moving. Take your time trying to get there. All right, so everyone can see me, correct? Thumbs up if you can see me. I'm gonna lift it a little bit. I think you can see a lot of my feet, but not a lot of my arms, so hold on a second. See my feet and my arms, yes? Can you see my arms? Yeah, you did? I think you can. I hope you can. I'll move back a little bit. Okay, are we good? I think we are, yeah, we're good. All right. What I want us to do first is to please just take our arms out, and we're gonna slowly bring arms to back. We're gonna interlock our fingertips. So watch, you're gonna interlock your fingertips, pushing through, but facing me. Keep those toes pointing forward. Push to the outside of that foot. We're gonna slowly tip forward just a little bit at a time for a pretty massive hamstring stretch. So if you want, you can bend your knees a little bit. Find your footing. It's like you're looking into a pond of water, keeping a flat back, eye gaze at the floor. Those arms are towards the back. Gonna squeeze between the shoulder blades. And slowly bend those knees just a little bit. Create a nice big breath. And on the rise, exhale and lift. Reverse the grip in the back. So whatever thumb is on top, I know it's a lot to think about, but try to reverse that and put the other thumb on top. And again, inhale in and slowly exhale. This time, we're gonna have a bind for just a little bit. And if you're ready, you can let go of the bind and reach those hands towards the floor, fingertips towards the floor. It's up to you. We're gonna make length by walking slowly to one side, little slight knee bends, and then we're gonna slowly walk towards the other side. And slowly walk to the other side. And I'll slowly walk back to the other side. Now, when you're ready, come back to center with me, drop those knees a little bit, and we're gonna start to come side to side with a little bit of a knee bend, just going side to side. If this is too much, please come up and go back in when you're ready. You do not have to be this low to the ground. Now we're gonna try to hold on one side. So open it up. The knee does not go over the toe. The toes are faced out just a little bit on a 45-degree angle. This foot is pushing through the outside of the foot and you're holding, opening up the hips, lift the chest if you can. And then we're gonna slowly walk it over to the other side. And then one, and then two. Press, length, right? With strength. So this should not be easy. You're gonna walk the hands in, out, center, side, center, side. Wonderful. 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly meet in the center, bring those feet heel toe them in. Slowly tip that head forward if you can. For a wide leg forward fold. And when you're ready, bend those knees a little bit and rise up. Wonderful. Keep the feet wide as you can, and we're gonna slowly lift and lower the foot. Can you lift one? And then can you lift the other for balance? Can you have the knees out and hold the arms out? Squeeze between the bottom. At any time, what do? Put one down, put both down. For 3, for 2, and push through down to the ground. So now, what if I ask you to kind of come in from here to here, to here, and back, squeezing your bottom. And now more like a star if you want a little bit more balance. Or back out to the side. Eventually lowering in the squat, right? Each time squeezing your bottom. 5. Or you can also just do this. You do not have to, you just can like reach the leg up each time. 2, and stop, hold. Shake it out, shake out your legs a little bit. Let's do this. Let's come into, since we're here already, can you come into the star pose for me? So that means your hands are all the way out, legs are out, and we're just holding here. Tuck those hips. So instead of like pushing your butt to the back, you're gonna tuck your hips under, hold here, breathe, tip those hips forward towards me. You're in a straight, nice line. Eye gaze is out in front of you. Arms are up, extended. Slight little bend if you need it. Try not to lock out any of the joints. We're gonna hold for 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly release down, bending those knees just a little bit if you need it. You're gonna bend down, reaching this arm up towards the sky, creating length. Slowly rise up to the center, back to the starting position, and slowly down to the other side. Palm facing the side of the room. Bend the knees big if you need it. We're gonna do that 5 times total. Are you in? 5 times each side. So we're gonna go 1, 2. Bend the knees big. 3, 4, 5. And shake it out. Shake it out, get a sip of water. That should feel really good in the spine and really good at the legs. And look at the time so I don't go all the way to like, okay, perfect, perfect. Do me a favor. Please take this mat, turn it back a long ways towards the couch. The couch is right there with you. This is a massive, massive stretch for the quad. So please safely listen to what I'm going to tell you. Safely follow my voice. You're going to come towards the back where there's a couch or a wall. What we're going to do, one, you could all, let me do the option first. One, you could stay in like the 90-90 or also like a swan position if you wanted to the whole time, if you want to do something like that. So if you do not want to do this move, you could do that 90-90 stretch or in the swan position, okay? That's up to you. Otherwise, I want you to walk that knee towards the back. You're going to set that knee up, and it's going to be as close as it can, your bottom to your heel, with your toes facing towards the ceiling. And you're slowly walk this leg out as much as you can, creating space. You have one hand on each side, and this leg is up on this couch, okay? Or wall. The bottom, your goal is your bottom wants to be as close to your heel as possible. So you want to take from shifting from here, shift your weight back so that that bottom is close to the heel. So that eventually what you're going to do, don't get up yet, you're going to slowly lift yourself up and hold here. And you're going to feel this massive stretch here. So do not please go into it unless you know you can do this yet. So here's the option is to first stay here, swaying side to side to feel that stretch also in the quad and in the hip complex. When ready, you can take a nice inhale in, push the butt towards the heel and slowly rise. Now this could be as high as you rise, just to here. Do you see that? Or you can slowly lift your chest up and hold. You should be able to hold for a little while, probably about 10 to 15 seconds. It will feel massive and it may not feel comfortable. If you extend an arm up, you will seriously feel more. Or 2 arms up, you're gonna feel a whole lot. So if you cannot get into this move, please do not feel bad. This is a very, very advanced move. So I want you to know that if you are right here, right now, and this is the first time you're here, that is perfectly awesome. You should feel a great stretch just in this. When you go back in, if you can, to wherever you are, the last time. So we try to do 3 rounds wherever we are. Don't forget to breathe. Could take your breath away this stretch. But talk about helping your knees. It will help so much if you can do this daily. Slowly lower yourself down. Grab that knee down, bring this leg off and come to the front, switching. So now we're gonna take this leg up. We're gonna place it down towards the wall or couch as close as you can. This toe is gonna be faced up. We're gonna give ourselves an alignment. So knee all in a line with your ankle and your toes. You're gonna lift this leg up if possible. Takes a lot of flexibility. You need to do this stuff, okay? But these deep stretches feel better and better every time you build upon this practice. So what is the goal on this time again? Your first goal is to just sway side to side. Even to stay in this position is a lot. Again, that 90-90 on the ground or swan position. Heck, you can be in just a downward dog if you want, or a child's pose. Slowly walk yourself back towards the back and hold yourself up. Slowly reach back down, going side to side. Slowly walk yourself back up, wherever that is for you today. Slowly lower yourself down to the ground, side to side. Not a lot of words, it's a massive stretch, right? Slowly rise up one last time, wherever that is for you today. And slowly lower yourself down. Bring this knee back down and walk yourself to the front of the mat. When you can, please meet me in a tabletop position, keeping your eye gaze to the floor. I'm going to check the time one more time just so that I know we're doing okay. Okay, we're all good to go. All right, let's go back into that child's pose position. Tabletop, I'm so sorry, tabletop, guys. Tabletop position. Feet are tucked under. I'm gonna slowly take an inhale in, look towards me, cat cow. And on the exhale into raising the upper back. 3 rounds, stretching out the spine. And now please tuck those feet under. Keep those arms right where they are. Push through, and we're going to lift our knees off for a little bit of a hover. So we're going to lift our knees, pushing through the wrist, and we're going to hold for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Walk the arms forward into a plank position and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. Sitting your knees together. Sit back on those knees or bring them to one side and sit back into a cross-legged position, please. I'm going to lower that camera a little bit. You guys stay there, please. Or one leg in front of the other. Side to side with that neck, please. One side. Create length right here, please, in the neck as much as possible. Let your hands rest on the ground, palms facing down. Close the eyes. And on the exhale, inhale to the other side. Shoulders away from the ears. To the other side. Just 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly release to the other side. And back. Avoid shrugging those shoulders. Please walk this arm out and a little bit towards the back, thumb up. You should feel that lengthening right in that neck right now. So you walk this thumb down, walk it back in, then lift the neck, go to the other side. Walk the fingertips a little bit back towards the room. Lift the thumb towards the sky and keep the neck right where it is. You feel that stretch, you should feel it more. You don't even have to answer me because I don't want you to move your neck. Just know how you answer at the end. And slowly tip that thumb forward, walk the fingertips to center. Bring the arms in, relax down. Let's take up and look towards the sky. We're gonna look to one side, towards the other side. Move towards back where you were. And now the other. And we're gonna end center, tuck the chin to chest. Relax your hands on the ground. Tuck the chin to chest for an amazing stretch in the back. All those back muscles, the neck, the spine. Come back up to center. Just one more time from side, side, and side to side. Last one of the 3. Surrender to this move. Release your neck down. If you want, you can also walk the arms a little bit back again. Palms or thumbs can face me. You feel a lot more each little bit of a move you do. Keep your shoulders away from your ears and back and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly come back to center. Release. Bring your hands to your heart. I hope you have a great day. I'm trying to finish on time today, so I hope you had a good stretch. You should feel that through the hamstrings and a lot through the hips, getting some nice length and strength in those legs. So we'll do a little bit more of that leg work again, and the wide-legged stuff next week. So have a great, great day, you guys.
You too.
Thank you, Anne
Thanks
Marie.
for coming. I'll see you
Good.
Monday.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.